So, you just got your face pack from Shapeways or from Resin Prints from commissioning someone, and you just got the box, you're excited to open it, and then you realize, I have to do a lot of work on this. So, of course, you need to shade, paint, and sand it down. But how exactly do you do that? So after examining your face, of course, the raw print will not satisfy you. So you need to choose a shade of gray, spray it in primer, or the shade you want. I will personally use primer, and that itself is step 1. Here you got nothing much to do. All you need to do, get a work surface where you can spray your faces, put them down. I usually use sticky tack to stick them down onto the small cardboard plate, and then with a swipe motion, go back and forth with your spray paint. Be careful not to overly coat it, or else you're going to have very weird dents of missing paint everywhere. But otherwise, that's it. Let them dry, and we'll continue on with step 2. It's all nicely painted, everything dried correctly. It's time for step 2, painting on the eyebrows. Now, I will be using Vallejo black paint to do this step, mostly because it's easy to rub off, easy to modify, easy to paint on. I usually use the markers before, as you will see from the other 2 parts. If that's your thing, you can still do it. This is just a less time consuming and less material eating way or method to do it, I guess. The way I do it is as follows. I put down a mostly over-exaggerated version of the eyebrow onto the face first. And of course, after the whole thing has dried, you will just simply knot it with a toothpick. Make sure not to press too hard, press very lightly, just barely that the paint disappears. And after that, you just keep trying and trying again until you're satisfied with it, or you feel like it's accurate enough. You now have a beautiful face that you're satisfied with. However, you put it on your engine and you feel something's not right. Something looks very much off on this face, other than the modeler maybe messing up a little bit or being a little bit outdated. But if you are satisfied with your face like this is so totally okay. You can stop right here and your faces are done. However, most of us, and by most of us I mean literally only me, are not satisfied by this. So I need the final step that even the crew used, except we're using a cheaper option. We need to learn how to shade. Shading is something that you really need to get the hang of. You might need a few attempts to make it look right. Especially at this small scale, this is very hard to do and a bit time consuming. But you can get the hang of it. It can turn out really smooth, really up your game whenever you're doing any faces or details. You're gonna plop your face down, again secure it somehow. They use some sort of sticky tack to stabilize it or whatnot. Of course, anything else works. And what you need now is for me, what works best is an HB type pencil. What you need is a medium-sized paintbrush, not necessarily big, but it's small enough to get between the cheeks and the mouth parts and under the nose. Take some pencil shavings that you put on your work area, work surface. Then you just kind of dip the brush into it and just try to paint it on the face, making sure that it doesn't really overspill that much. Of course, some spillage will be happening here and there, but if possible to avoid, then do avoid. And from time to time, you will have to dip it into some water, try to dissipate it a little bit, make it fade out a little bit more, just so it's not a hard line. You might as well draw it on with a pencil at that point. But yeah, do that over and over. It usually takes, again, 10 minutes maximum to do it, even on the smallest faces like Percy here. So it's a very easy technique and you should definitely try it at least. Now, if he is done, of course, we can start playing with trains.
What?
Hi, Percy.
Joel, shut up!
Hey, Percy.
I'm a plane.
Thank you all for sticking around, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye now.
Shut up! Joel! What are you playing at?